Hi everyone, today is Food Tip Friday and I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. I am going to demonstrate for you guys a super easy way to add some nutritional value to the foods you eat every day. I'm going to show you how to make mung bean sprouts, M-U-N-G. And for those of you that aren't familiar with mung beans, you can find them at your local grocery store. They're usually in the Asian department. Or in the Asian section. They're little green beans that you could buy in various size bags and they're super cheap. So for those of you that buy sprouts at the grocery store, I'm sure you're aware that ready-made sprouts are actually kind of pricey, but really when you sprout them at home, they're one of the most cost-efficient ways to add optimal nutrition to the foods that you eat. So you can add these to pretty much anything, other than desserts, of course. But they go well with meat, salads, sandwiches. I put them in wraps. Sometimes I just dress them with my favorite dressing, oil and vinegar, salt. They're really good. They end up turning into, they add a crunch to whatever you're eating, and they're served cold. So they're just, once again, just a really easy way to add lots of nutrition to what you're eating. Mung beans are high in protein. They're high in enzymes that are readily bioavailable for the body, so they're easy to assimilate and get benefits from. They're high in prebiotics, so for those of you that are familiar, prebiotics feed the good bacteria in your gut, so they're good for digestive health. They're easy to digest because they've been sprouted, so for those that have a hard time digesting beans, sprouted mung beans are actually different because they've technically gone from a bean to a plant. So they're a lot easier to digest and overall just a lot easier on the body to assimilate, once again. So here we go. I'm going to show you how you make mung beans. So I have here the mung beans. As you can see, they're little green tiny beans. And in here I have about a cup. I've rinsed them because a lot of gunk actually comes off of them. Just little white particles seem to float to the top of the water. So you want to go ahead and make sure you clean them and rinse them. Some sites, if you go ahead and research this a little bit more, you'll see that some sites suggest that you actually take off whatever beans float to the top. So not only rinse them, but submerge them in water and skim off the floaters. I don't do that. So I really don't think it's a step that's not necessary, but you do want to make sure that you rinse them because they are pretty dirty. Once you rinse them, you put them in the vessel of your choice and you take clean filtered water. So you want to remember that mung beans, as they're being soaked, which is the first step, they're going to triple in size, maybe even more. So you want to make sure you use a vessel that's big enough to accommodate it. And of course, if your vessel ends up being too small, you could just switch them out. But what you want to do is just go ahead and dump the mung beans like I've done in the vessel of your choice. You want to go ahead and fill up the whole thing with water. Again, you want to use clean filtered water. And then you want to seal it, which I don't have a cap right here, but that's okay. And that's it. So I don't have a finished product to show you guys. I'm actually going to be posting videos as these things sprout. And so if you have any questions, feel free to post below. Hopefully this video will inspire you to go out and buy some mung beans, that's a tongue twister, some mung beans soon. So you can go ahead and participate in this little health hack journey with me. And thanks for watching. See you soon.